Okay, hello everyone, you're very welcome. Thanks for dropping by again. Okay, so here's our cooker stove. It's time to get it finished now. So I have to finish off this pipe going across. I have the two cheek sides done, they're done. And I have to put some angle iron in on the top to catch this cooker plate, if you like. And on the burner unit I have to cut a separator plate, put a hole in the middle of it for the burner. Now there's going to be a few different types of burners on this unit, and I'm definitely going to get it fired up and working a bit later. So more in this video. Okay, here we go. So if you haven't been here before and you want to see more of this type of video, click on the subscribe button down there and maybe the bell icon as well, and you get notified when I upload videos, which is very regular at this stage. Okay, so the plan today is to finish off the welding, get this stove actually working, get it connected up to my flue, light it and get something happening. So that's the plan today. I think this is video 4 in this series. There's a bit of making on these, alright. There's different ways of doing it, easier ways of doing it maybe. But I thought I'd give it a go doing this. It's a bit different than what you normally see. It's my own design. It mightn't be worth doing, but we'll see soon enough. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I have to cut this to make it the right length to go between the two cheeks on this cooker stove. Now the piece I take off the end of it, I'm going to use that as well. So what's going to happen that is I'm going to saddle the cut, drop it on the middle of this, weld it in, and it now becomes a T-piece. It gives me my output then from the stove, if you like. Okay, so I'm just trying to make do with the bits and pieces I have around. This is not going to be glamorous, it's not bought in bits and pieces, so I'm trying to make something out of, scrap really, So here we go. So this is the piece I've cut off. I'm going to saddle that. I'm going to cut it like a curve out of it so that it sits here in the middle. Then I'll weld it and burn out the middle or chop out the middle, whatever. Okay, so this is essentially it. It's rough and ready. This was never going to be pretty, was it? So look, it's just a different use for one of these millions and billions probably of these barrels knocking around the place, these oil drums. So when this works, it'll be good. There's plenty of surface area. It'll radiate a lot more heat than my little minion stove, which did a fantastic job. But in most circumstances, that little stove would be alright in a smaller shed. This shed is quite big. It's 30 feet by 20 feet. And the problem is it's single walled, it's cold in winter, it radiates more heat than it kind of can absorb. But with oil being free, waste oil being free, I can generate as much heat as I want and overcome that. Now that said, I'm not going through mountains of oil either. 2 litres an hour for the waste oil burner that I had working in the Minion. I may need a bit more than that out of this one, I don't know. But I'll build something to correspond with what I need. So here we go, I'm going to saddle this so that it sits on squarely. I'm going to find the centre, drop this on, mark around it, do all the chopping out, weld it in, and essentially that becomes my new T-piece then. When I have this done then, I'm going to weld that in the stove. So here we go. I progressed the stove a bit further. It looks about the same, but I'm going to show you where we're at the moment. So here we go, look. I'm not sure you can see this. I've given this guy goggles. I wanted to be able to see the flame when I light the fire, see the standard flame or what way it's burning, just to see the flame. So I've made, I'll show you this in detail now, but I've made a kind of a viewing port so I can see in. The door is on hinges as well. So this is my disc separator. I'm using this with my own design burner, and that's going to be one of many burners. This is a prototype, kind of a test bed if you like, for different burners and so on. The plan is anyway, I'm going to put this in, and this is just 4mm plate steel. I cut a circle and then cut a circle in the middle. I made a big washer, okay, and essentially it sits in here. I need 2 hands for this, okay, or 1 hand. Okay, so it sits in there on a little ledge. On the last ones I did, I welded it in, but I have some other things in mind for this. Essentially now what I can do is I can just put my burner in on that and light it. Now there's my burner from many other videos. Works really well. I will be using different burners, but initially anyway, this is small, which is why I'm able to use just a small propane bottle underneath. Now I might stand this up on something, I don't know. This is a bit low if I am going to work on it or do something with it. So I might raise it up a little bit, we'll see. But anyway, this is how easy it is to put this burner in. Now I haven't got the drip feed setup done yet. That's it, it's in, light it, off it goes, and when you need to change it, maybe have one already cleaned. You get a few days out of them anyway before you have to kind of hit them with a hammer or something and shake the stuff loose. But that's it, it's it. As simple as that. And you just close your door and off you go and light it. Okay, so for the top plate I put some angled iron, you know, looking up, so that it acts as a receptacle for the top plate. Also I've run some fiberglass rope around the inside edge of it, so that when I drop the top plate on, it doesn't have to be welded for a seal. It will just sit there and get it sealed from the fiberglass rope. I'll show you that now. So that's my top plate. It goes all the way to the back, it's sitting on the fiberglass rope, and that's it. So essentially now that stove is ready to be hooked up to the flue. I still have to do a couple of things. I still have to do the oil feed, you know, a couple of brackets for the oil feed, and drill a hole into the side of this. Okay, so if you can see this, this thing is absolutely red hot, like it's mental hot. It must be 700 degrees C, about 1200 degrees, and you can see my shed. Okay, so my shed is in bits because I've been angle grinding, welding, the whole lot, and kind of going to work, coming back, all of that. And there you go, look, this thing is absolutely red hot. The paint is burning off the barrel, I have to stay down low, and even it's flaking off the barrel. So yeah, definitely a success. Now I just have a temporary, you might see it behind me, I just have a pipe going straight from the bucket into this thing, which is not ideal, you know, not safe either. So insects are getting drawn into the lights now. Okay, so that's it for tonight. Sorry about the shaky cam, but you can really see the how red this thing is, and it's, you know, I'm not even trying to burn it properly on waste oil. I'm not even going into the proper chamber with it. So look, if you like the video, please thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now. Good luck.